So here I have a gentleman with an NG tube, and if he needs to be primarily to suction, then what I'm going to apply to this end is actually the funnel connector that it came with. So this would have been in my Salem Sump packaging, and connect that directly into my suction tubing. So the part that's being recalled is this suction connector, and where it would go previously was as part of this ENFit Dale A. So what we had been doing previously, if you're needing to do a mixture of suctioning and flushing, is we were using the transition connector to the ENFit Dale Ace to this suction connector, and then that allowed it to hook to tubing. So it's this piece that's being recalled, which means if you're doing suctioning, you're going to use just the funnel connector. If you need to flush or give meds in between times, you are going to find a secure place for your funnel connector, so a sterile urine cup or a 4x4 gauze pack, just someplace clean for it to hang out as you transition between items. So I've got a clean spot for it, and I have applied my transition connector to my ENFit Dale Ace. That allows me to use my ENFit syringe to flush, give meds, flush again. If I'm doing this, I'm going to turn the stopcock off to this end where I don't have anything. If your Salem Sump is not being used so much for decompression, but is being used for feeding, you're going to keep this transition connector to the Dale Ace and connect your kangaroo pump tube feeding. Again, this wouldn't be used for decompression, this is for feeding. So you would still use all of these pieces, but if you're not, and turn it on to feeding, but if you're not, you're primarily using it for decompression or decompression in between meds, turn it off to that area, transition connector to Dale Ace, and then using your ENFit syringe. Again, the big push to ENFit is that making sure that we're not able to give meds that are indicated for enteral feedings through any other port. So it's important that we keep this ENFit setup, because this reminds us that no, these meds can't go through an IV, and this particular allure thread does not work on IVs. So to go away from this ENFit Dale Ace would mean a step backwards for safety.